Hello, everybody, and welcome to the channel. It's July 4th, 1961, and we got the Los Angeles Dodgers visiting the Milwaukee Braves on this holiday. And let's take a look at the starting lineups for the visiting Dodgers. Leading off, playing shortstop is Maury Wills. Batting second, playing left field is Jim Gillum. Batting third, playing center field is Tommy Davis. Batting fourth, playing right field is Frank Howard. Batting fifth, playing first base is Gil Hodges. Batting sixth, playing third base is Darryl Spencer. Batting seventh, playing second base is Charlie Neal. Batting eighth, doing the catching is Norm Sherry. And on the mound, doing the pitching and batting ninth is Stan Williams. And now your hometown Milwaukee Braves starting lineup. Leading off, playing center field, Al Spangler. Batting second, playing second, Frank Boland. Batting third, playing third, Eddie Matthews. Batting fourth, playing right field, Hank Aaron. Batting fifth, playing first base is Bob Boyd. Batting sixth, playing left field is Lee May. Batting seventh, doing the catching is Joe Torre. Batting eighth, playing shortstop is Roy McMillan. And batting ninth, doing the pitching is Bob Henley. Let's get down to Milwaukee County Stadium, folks, and get this game started. And here's Maury Wills up the bat. And that's going to be a ball hit in the center field. We got Al Spangler out there today. He ranges over, makes the catch for out number one. Brings up Gillum now. Here's the pitch to Gillum, and that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike three. 2 up and 2 down here in the first for the Dodgers. Leaves Tommy Davis to try to get this inning going. And he does, folks, with a single in the center field. Spangler couldn't run in and get that one. Takes it on the hop. Tommy's down at first. Brings up old Hondo, Frank Howard. Here's the pitch to Frank. And that's going to be a ball hit down the first. And Boyd's going to take it himself. And that'll end the inning, folks. So Tommy Davis gets stranded at first. We go to the bottom of the first. Dodgers nothing. Braves coming to bat. We got Spangler, Boland, and Matthews due up here for the Braves. Here's the pitch to Al. And that's going to be a ball four. He's going to take his base. Williams walks the leadoff batter. Not very good. Brings up Frank Boland. Frank's hitting 305 on the year, folks. Let's see if he can keep this up. And nope. The ball's going to be hit back down to the pitcher here. And he's going to turn and throw down the second with Maury covering. They'll get the lead runner. So that puts Frank Boland down at first for Eddie Matthews. Here's the pitch to Eddie. And that's going to be a pop up on the infield, I believe. Yep. And Spencer's calling for it. And that's 2 outs now for the Braves. It brings up the hammer, Hank Aaron. See if he can do something here. And that ball is also popped up on the infield. No, it's not. That's a swing and a miss. No, it's not. It's popped up on the infield. Sorry about that. That's down the short. Maury's got it. The Braves strand one. We get to the top of the second. It's 0-0. Got Hodges, Spencer, and Neal due up here for the Dodgers. Here's the pitch to Gill. And that ball's lifted in the left field. Lee May's out there today. He ranges over towards the line, makes the catch. One out. Brings up Darryl Spencer. And he drives this ball in the right field in front of Aaron. He gets a base hit. He's standing down at first. That'll bring up Charlie Neal. And here's the pitch to Charlie. And he's going to hit this ball in the right field. And that's going to get Spencer down the second. He's not going to chance it. He's not very fleet of foot. So we got first and second now with one out for Norm Sherry. Here's the pitch to Norm. And that's a swing and a miss, strike three. So that's our 2 outs now, and that'll bring up Stan Williams. And he help his own cause and drive Spencer in from second. And that's going to be a no, folks, because he hits that ball down the short. And McMillan's going to go over to second with it. And that'll end the inning, folks. Dodgers leave 2. We go to the bottom of the second. It's still knotted up at 0-0. We got Boyd, May, and Torrey due up here for the Braves. Here's the pitch to Bob Boyd. And that's a base hit in the right field. Bob turns on it. Howard gets over and cuts it off and stops it from being a double. Boyd's down at first now for Lee May. Here's the pitch for Lee. And that's going to be a fly ball in the left field. Gillum's got it. We're out number 1. Brings up Joe Torrey. See if Joe can keep this inning going here and get Boyd in the scoring position at least. And that's going to be a pop-up on the infield. And Neal calls everybody off down at second. That's out number 2. That brings up Roy McMillan. Roy's not having a very good start to the year here, only hitting a $192. And he hits that ball down the first, I believe. Let's see here. Yeah, he hits that ball down the first. And Hodges has got it. He fires over to Williams covering, and that ends the inning. The Braves leave Boyd down at first. We go to the top of the 4th with the top of the order due up here for the Dodgers. Morey, Wills, Gillum, and Davis. Here's the pitch to Morey. And that ball is hit down to McMillan at short. He fires over the Boyd, and that'll be out number 1 here in the 4th. That brings up Gillum now. He is 0 for 1. He struck out his first time up. He pops this one straight up the chute. And Joe Torres is there in foul territory to make the catch. Quick 2 outs here. That brings up Tommy Davis. Tommy, he got a single his first time up. And he's going to single in the left this time. So Tommy's 2 for 2, folks, standing down at first. That'll bring up Hondo. See what Frank can do here. And that's going to be a base on balls. And all of a sudden, Bob Henley's in a little bit of trouble here. With 2 outs, first and second. Brings up the veteran Gil Hodges. And that is going to be a fly ball to Lee May. He moves over in the gap, makes the catch. And the Braves get out of it. And the Dodgers strand 2 as we go to the bottom of the 3rd. Still nothing. We got Henley, Spangler, and Bolin due up here now. This is Bob's 4th plate appearance of the year. And that's going to be a ball hit back down the first. Gil Hodges, darn good fielding first baseman, is going to muff that. And Bob's going to get on at first. Can the Braves take advantage of this error and the pitcher being on? Don't get that break too many times, folks. So here's Al Spangler. He walked his first time up. And that ball is lifted in the left field. Gillum had him played perfect. That'll be out number 1 rather. Here's Frank Bolin now. And Frank reached on a fielder's choice his first time up. And that is going to be hit down to Morey Wills at short. He fires over to second. And they fire over to Hodges at first. And that's a 6-4-3 inning double play, folks. So we go to the top of the fourth, still tied up. Nothing. Spencer, Neil, and Sherry do up here for the Dodgers. Here's the pitch to Darrell. He gets a hold of this, drives that ball into the gap in right field. Aaron goes over after it rolls against the wall. And Spencer's down at second, folks, with a double to lead this inning off. Brings up Charlie Neal. He's 1 for 1. Got a single his first time up. And that's going to be a single again, folks. So for second in the right field, Spencer will stop at third. And we got first and third and nobody out. And the Braves are going to pull the infield in, folks. Even though they got Norm Sherry up to bat and probably could hit into a double play. It don't look like the Braves are doing much hitting here today. And it really doesn't matter, folks, because that ball is high. That ball is deep. That ball is far. That ball is going over the right field fence. Norm Sherry with a home run, folks. And the Dodgers are up 3-0 with nobody out here in the fourth. Bob Henley was going great through the first three and is running into problems here. At the bottom part of the order. Here is Mr. Williams. And that's going to be a pop-up down the third. Matthews makes the catch for the first out of the fourth. Brings the top of the order up now for the Dodgers. Morey's flown out the center, grounded out the short. And he's going to hit that ball in the right field gap. Aaron chases it down, makes the catch. 2 outs. Brings up Mr. Gillum now. He's 0 for 2, struck out and popped up to Joe Torrey. And that's a fly ball in the left field. Lee Mays got it. That ends the inning, but the Dodgers score 3 on the Norm Sherry home run and lead this game 3-0. We got the heart of the lineup due up here for the Braves. See if they can get some runs back. Matthews, Aaron, and Boyd. Eddie is 0 for 1, popped up to third his first time up. And they walk him this time, folks. So Matthews takes his base. Brings up the hammer, Henry Hank Aaron. See if Henry can do something here. He's 0 for 1. He popped up to short his first time up. And he drives that ball in the left field. Gillum in the gap. Makes the running catch. Out number 1. Here's Bob Boyd. He got a single his first time up, folks. Let's see if he can do it again here. And he sure does. So he hits that ball in the right field. And Matthews will motor around second. He's going to end up down at third. We got first and third here for the Braves. With only 1 out, the Dodgers will play the infield back for the double play since they're up by 3. They'll trade a run for an out. Here's the pitch to Lee May. And May's going to get a single into... No, he's not. That's going to be a fly ball in the center field. But that will be deep enough to score Matthews. And the Braves are on the board here, folks. So it's 2 outs now for Roy McMillan with Boyd down at first. See if he can. Torrey's up now, not McMillan. See if Joe can get a base hit here. No, he lifts that ball in the center field also. Tommy Davis makes the third out of the inning, and the Braves score 1 on the sacrifice fly. It's now 3-1 Dodgers as we go to the 5th. We got Tommy Davis to lead off this inning, followed by Howard and Hodges. Here's the pitch to Davis. He's 2 for 2, folks. Make got 3 for 3 as he drives that ball into the gap in right field. Spangler gets over after it bounces off the wall, throws it back in. And Tommy's down at second with nobody out. Here's Frank Howard. He's 0 for 1 and walked. And that's going to be ball 4. Howard takes his base. See if the Braves can induce Gil Hodges into a ground ball with Howard down at first and Gil at the bat. It's a good chance for a double play here, folks. But that's not going to happen as that ball's hit down the third. And Matthews' only play is going to be fire over to first. Everybody moves up. Tommy down at third. Hodges down at, Howard down at second with one out for Spencer. We'll bring the infield in, try to keep this a 2-run game. And that's going to be a fly ball in the right field. And Tommy Davis will score on that. And Howard will stay put at second. So the Dodgers get that run back and make it a 3-run lead here, 4-1. We got Charlie Neal at bat with Howard down at second. And that's going to be ball 4 for Charlie. So Bob's struggling a little bit again here in the 5th inning with his control. And Norm Sherry, we know what he did his last time up. He hit a 3-run homer. So here's the pitch to Norm. And that ball is hit down to short. Mac will go over to second to end the inning. But the Dodgers get one on the sacrifice fly and make it a 4-1 ball game, folks. We go to the bottom of the 5th. And we got McMillan, Henley, and Spangler due up here. Here's the pitch to Roy. And that's going to be a fly ball in the center field. Tommy Davis is coming on off his glove, folks. That's going to be an E8. McMillan's going to find his way down the first on the air. And they're going to have a pitch hitter for Bob. He's had a rough 4th and 5th inning here. See who's going to come out here to pitch hit. Most of the lefties are already in the game. I think all of them are. Yeah. So who are we going to bring out here? Let's bring out Thumper, Johnny Demertry, the pitch hit. There's John. John comes out the pitch hit for for Henley. Dirtman is the batter, sure. And he takes a base on balls, folks. And that'll make first and second nobody out here. And all of a sudden, Stan Williams is in a little bit of a problem here in the 5th inning. Brings the top of the order up, and Al Spangler, he is 0 for 1 with a walk here. He flew out the left this other time up. And guess what? Stan Williams has control problems, folks. He just walks the bases loaded. Can Frank Boland make him pay here? With a 3-run lead, the Dodgers will play back. Trying not to give up the big inning here. Here's the pitch to Frank Boland. And that ball is hit in the right field. Is that going to be deep enough to score? McMillan. And it is. And John's going to motor on down to third also. So it's a 4-2 game now, folks, with first and third and only one out. And that brings up the big boy, Addie Matthews. See if Eddie can drive in some runs here with one out. And John Dirtman down at third, Al Spangler down at first. Eddie's 0 for 1 with a walk. And that's going to be ball 4 to Addie Matthews. How many walks is that this inning? Is that 4 or 5 walks this inning by Stan Williams? They go out and talk to him. They're going to get the bullpen up here in the 5th. Not what the Dodgers wanted to see, that's for sure. See how many walks that is this inning. That is the 3rd walk of the inning, folks. Okay, here's Hammer and Hank now with the bases juiced. Nowhere to put them. Again, the Dodgers will play back. They got a 2-run lead. Here's the pitch to the Hammer. And that's going to be you ain't going to believe it, folks. That is a base on ball. Stan Williams just walked in a run. And the Dodgers are done with the Stan the man, even though he's due to lead off the next inning. Sure. See who they're going to bring in here to pitch. They wanted him to get through this 5th at least. They was hoping for more than that. See who the Dodgers will bring in here to pitch. Probably stay in the game. They might bring in Sherry, have Sherry pitching to Sherry. Let's see here. You got the lefties coming up now, Boyd and May. So let's see who they got in the bullpen that's a lefty. The only lefty they got is Perinoski. They're not going to bring him in yet. Well, they might. They might bring Ron in now. That is who they're going to bring in. They're going to bring in Ron Perinoski. The pitch here to the lefties. Okay, bases loaded for Boyd. And the Braves might make a switch here. And they are. They're going to bring Joe Adcock in the game, folks. Joe Adcock's going to come in here, the pitch hit for Boyd, since they brought the lefty in. So here comes Joe with the bases juiced. Only 1 out. The Braves trailing by 1. And now the Dodgers will bring the infield in, folks, trying to cut off the run. Don't want to get this game tied up. Here's the pitch to Joe Adcock. And that's a single through second, folks, with the infield in. And that's going to score 2. Joe Adcock with a pitch hit single in the right field, folks. Gives the Braves a lead here. How about that? See here, who's down at first? So Aaron will also get down to third on this play. Now we got first and third, folks. And the Braves got the lead here with Lee May. Are we going to see a pitch hitter for Lee May? And yeah, Frank Thomas is going to come in here and pitch hit for Lee May. So let's bring on a pitch hitter for Lee May. There's Frank. Bring in another right-handed hitter. Okay, here's Frank. They are going to play the infield back with Joe Adcock's slow runner at first and Frank Thomas, slow runner at the plate here, folks. Try to get out of this inning with only 4 runs scoring. Sure, what an inning by the Braves. And that is hit back to the mound, I believe. Yep. And Ron looks Aaron back to third. So now we got second and third, folks, with 2 outs here for Joe Torre. See if Joe can drive in some runs here with 2 outs. And that ball is going to be hit down the third, I believe. Yes, it is. Spencer fires over to first. That'll end the inning, but the Braves score 4 and take a 5-4 lead here, folks. And now the Braves need a pitcher here. See who's going to come in. You got Perinoski. Don't pitch it for him. And then the top of the order is a switch hitters. So it really don't matter. And I think the Braves, the only thing they got out there is righties anyway. See who they're going to bring in here. So they're going to bring in Carl Wiley here to pitch. Okay. You're going to have Frank playing left field. Joe going to stay in and play first. Well, Frank's going to play left. And Joe will come in and play first. All righty, folks. And we'll have a pitch hitter here for Perinoski. And they're going to bring on Wally Moon here to pitch hit. So you're going to have Moon, Wills, and Gillum due up here in the 6th against Carl. Here's the pitch to Moon. And he gets a hold of this one, folks. And he drives that ball down the third base line. And the Moon is hovering over second base, folks, with a double. There's Wally down at first. Here's Maury Wills with a runner in scoring position. Maury's 0 for 3. He's flown out the center. He's grounded out the short. And he's flew out the right. And that's going to be a Wally Moon takes off for third, folks. And Joe guns him down. What was he thinking? Bad base running. Sure, you have to make it. I understand trying to get down there in a pass ball or something, but you got to make it. Otherwise, that's his dumb base running. Hey, how's it going, Bob? Dumb base running, getting thrown out at third when you're already in scoring position. So that's 1 strike on Maury Wills. And that's going to be a ground ball down the first. Adcock takes it, and that's out number 2. Here is Gillum up now. He's 0 for 3. And that's a pop up the third. Matthews makes the catch for out number 3. And the Dodgers, with the base running blunder, doesn't score anybody. And let's see here. I think we're going to do a double switch. I think Moon's going to stay in the game. See who's going to come in here to pitch hit. And I think Gillum's going to come out of the game from playing left field. See who the Dodgers will bring out here to pitch. And it looks like it's going to be Jim Golden coming out here to pitch. And let's undo that because I don't want Golden. I don't want Golden batting ninth. I want him batting in the third hole. Sorry about that, folks. Got a little ahead of myself. So we'll put Golden in the second hole where Gillum was. And then we'll move Moon into left field. There we go. And Gillum comes out of the game. And Golden will be facing McMillan, Wiley, and Spangler here in the 6th. Here's the pitch to Mac. And that's going to be hit back down the first. Gil Hodges doesn't muff this one, folks. He makes the play all by himself, 1 out. And that brings up Carl Wiley now. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. Quick 2 outs here in the 6th. Here's Al Spangler now. And that's going to be hit down the short. Maury Wills has got it. And 1, 2, 3 goes the Braves. We go to the 7th inning. Braves hanging on to a 1-run lead. It's 5-4. We got Tommy Davis, Frank Howard, and then Gil Hodges due up here for the Dodgers. And here's the pitch to Tommy Davis. And that ball is hit down the short. McMillan's got it. Fires over the first to Adcock. And 1 out here in the 7th. Here's Frank Howard. He's 0 for 2 with 2 walks. And he pops this one up behind home plate near the screen. Joe Torres makes the catch. 1 out. And that brings up Gil Hodges now. He's 0 for 3. He's flown out the left twice and grounded out the third. And he swings and misses, strike 3. And that'll end the 7th, folks. We go to the 7th inning stretch. And we got Frank Boland, Eddie Matthews, and Aaron due up here to face Jim Golden. Here's the pitch from Golden. And Frank Boland squares this one up, folks. And he drives that ball into the right field gap. That'll be a double. Howard goes over, throws it in. So you got Frank Boland standing down at second for Eddie Matthews. Can Eddie drive him in here with a base hit? He's 0 for 2 with 2 walks. He scored twice. And they don't want no parts of Eddie. They walk him. Maybe they're looking for the double play here with Henry, Hank, Aaron, but I don't know. I'd be walking Eddie here. Already down by a run and bring up Aaron. Now with first and second, Let's see if Hank can drive Frank Bolin in. He is 0 for 2 with a walk. And that's going to be a pop-up on the infield fly rule in effect. Spencer makes the catch, though. That is out number 1. Brings up Joe Adcock, who came in the game as a pitch hitter and got a key base hit here. Drove in, too, to give the Braves the lead. Can he do it again and give them some insurance? No, he can't. That ball is hit down the second. That's a tailor-made double play ball over to Maury Wills, over to Hodges, and that's a 4-6-3 inning double play, folks. Dodgers get out of that mess. We go to the top of the 8th. It's still Los Angeles Dodgers 4, Milwaukee Braves 5. Spencer, Neal, and Sherry due up here for the Dodgers. Here's the pitch to Darryl. And he is 2 for 2, having a heck of a game. But he bounces that ball down the third. Sure-handed Eddie Matthews picks it up, fires over to Adcock, 1 out. And that brings up Neal, Charlie Neal. He's also having a heck of a game, folks. He's 2 for 2, a walk and scored. And he hits that ball down the first base line. And Joe Adcock picks it up, calls off Carl, takes it himself for out number 2. That brings up Norm Sherry. He's 1 for 3 with a 3-run homer today, folks. And that's going to be ball 1 on him. 1-0 count, and he laces that ball in the left field, turns on it, and gets a base hit. Sherry's having a heck of a game. Brings up Wally Moon, who hit a double his first time up, folks, and then got thrown out trying to steal third. See what Moon can do here. Came in the game as a pitch hitter. And that ball is hit down to Joe Adcox, and he'll take it himself. And that ends the inning, and Norm Sherry gets stranded down at first. We go to the bottom of the 8th. You got Thomas, Torrey, and McMillan due up here for the Braves. Here's the pitch to Frank. And that ball is hit down the second. Easy play for Charlie. Over to Hodges, 1 out. And brings up Joe Torrey now. Here's the pitch to Joe. Joe's 0 for 3. He's popped up the second, flown out the center, and grounded out the third. And that's a swing and a miss, strike 3 on Joe. That's a 2 outs now. Here's McMillan. Can Mac get on base here, folks? He is 0 for 3, and he'll stay at 0 for 4 now with a swing and a miss, strike 3. And we go to the 9th. And they're going to bring in Don McMahon to get the save here, folks. And the 9th, going for save number 17. Try to hold on to this 1-run lead. We'll have Wills, a pitch hitter for Golden, and then Tommy Davis. So here's the pitch to Maury. And he gets a hold of this one off of Don, folks. And he busts that ball into left field for a base hit. Maury standing down at first with nobody out. And we'll have a pitch hitter here for Golden. See who's going to come out here and pitch hit. And it's going to be Willie Davis is going to come out here to pitch hit. And on the first pitch, strike 1, Maury Wills takes off for second, folks. See how this plays out. The last time the Dodger tried to steal it, didn't work. He makes it in there right underneath the tag. So you got a runner in scoring position now for Willie Davis with 1 strike on him. Here's the pitch to Willie, 0-1 pitch. And that ball is hit down the short. He looks the runner back, fires over to first. And that's the first out of the inning, folks. And that'll bring up Tommy Davis here now with 1 out. Maury Wills down at second. And that's a swing and a miss, strike 3. That's a big strikeout by Don. Dodgers are down to their last out. They got Mr. Houdini up there now, Frank Howard, who is 0 for 2 with 2 walks. And he walks him again. Frank Howard with the hat trick, being walked 3 times today. That's first and second. It may not have been a bad play, setting up a force at any base for Gil Hodges. So here's the pitch to Gil. He's 0 for 4 today. And that ball is hit back to the mound. Don's up with it. He fires over to first and gets out of the mess and gets a save. Yeah, let's go Braves. And the Braves win this game 5-4, folks. Nice game. Let's take a look at the box score here. The Dodgers, 4 runs on 11 hits and 2 errors. Man, they out-hit the Braves by 7. But the Braves, where it counts the most, 5 runs on 4 hits and no errors. You had Tommy Davis was 3 for 5 today, folks. And you had Spencer and Neal 2 for 3. You had Norm Sherry with that big home run. He was 2 for 4. The Braves was able to scatter those 11 hits. The Dodgers left 10 guys on base, folks. See who was the big boy. Bob Boyd was 2 for 2. And then, of course, you had Joe Adcox with that key single. The big part for the Dodgers as we get to their pitching was all the walks. So Stan Williams, 4 1/3 innings, 2 hits, 5 runs, 4 of them earned, but 6 bases on balls. That's what killed Stan. Could not find the plate. Peranowski comes in, pitches 2/3 of an inning, gives up a hit. And Golden comes in and shuts the door for 3 innings, gives up 1 hit, walks 1, and struck out 3. But the Dodgers was unable to come back. Bob Henley gets the win. Didn't pitch all that well, to be honest, but pitches 5 innings, 8 hits, 4 runs, walked 3, struck out 2, and gave up that 3-run homer to Norm Sherry. And Carl Wiley comes in, pitches 3 scoreless innings, 2 hits and a strikeout. And then Don McMahon comes in, pitches an inning, gives up a hit, walks 1, and strikes out 1 for the save, folks. But yeah, let's take a look at the scorecard here in the 5th inning for the Braves. How many walks did they have in the 5th? 1, 2, 3, 4 walks in that 5th inning, folks. That was the killer. 4 walks, 1 hit, and that was Joe Adcox, 2 RBI single, and an error. So, sure, they gave the game away. The Dodgers did in that 5th inning, folks. Let's do some fast play here in the National League. We got a doubleheader in Chicago as San Francisco goes up there to take on the Cubbies. See what happens here in game number 1. And the Giants win 4 runs on 9 hits and no errors. The Cubbies 1 run on 3 hits and an error. See if the Cubbies can get a split here in this doubleheader on the 4th of July. And they do. There was fireworks on the field in this game in Chicago. The Giants 2 runs on 7 hits and 2 errors, and the Cubbies lit them up with 9 runs on 13 hits and an error. And we got the Pittsburgh Pirates traveling across the river, take on the Cincinnati Reds. See what happens here in Cincinnati, Ohio. Joey J's on the mound, folks. Going to be a tough ask for the Pirates. And the Reds finally scored some runs. Joey J wasn't himself here, folks. He gave up 8. Well, we'll look, but the Pirates scored 8 runs on 13 hits and 2 errors. But the Reds finally come out of their slump and scored 9 runs on 16 hits and an error. Let's take a look at the box score here. See what happened to Joey J. 7 innings, 11 hits, 7 runs, 6 of them earned. Walked 1, struck out 7. Sure. And then the bullpen came in. Henry gave up a run, huh? Yeah. Let's look at the scorecard here. The Reds had to score 4 runs in the 9th inning, folks. Sure. He was the man in the 9th. Let's look here. Started off with 2 outs and then with a 2-out rally, folks. A 2-out rally. You got a base on ball, pass ball, and then a single, base on balls, RB, 2 RBI single, and then a double. Ed Casco, a doubled in the run. Ain't that something, folks? Sure. That is something else. Yeah. And who blew that up? Let's see who blew that up in there. Go back. What a game this was. That was Henry and Nunn. Blew that game up, didn't they? Sure. Well, maybe just Nunn. Let's look. Let's see when Nunn came in the game. So Nunn came in the game when there was 2 outs. Yep. Well, no. That's all Nunn got was 2 outs. So who else pitched? Who else pitched here? It don't make no sense. I'm looking at the wrong ones. That's why. Face came in, didn't give up a single, didn't give up a get out of the inning. That's what it was. 3 runs on 3 hits, 2 of them earned and walked 2. Sorry about that, folks. I was getting ready to say that makes no sense. Yeah. Face came in and didn't get a single out up. I don't know why they took Francis out. Sure. 8 2/3. I'd have left him in. Oh, well. And now the Phillies take on the Cardinals in a doubleheader up in St. Louis. See what happens here. And the Cardinals win a close one. The Phillies can't buy a win, folks. 2 runs on 7 hits and an error. The Cardinals 3 runs on 8 hits and an error. See if the Phillies can bounce back here and split the doubleheader. No, the Cardinals sweep the doubleheader, and the Phillies Leave 15 runners on base, folks. Only scored 2 runs on 10 hits and no errors, and the Cardinals 4 runs on 8 hits and an error. Let's take a look here at the standings after July 4th holiday. And the Braves increased their lead to 2.5 games over the Giants. Cardinals, with that sweep of the doubleheader, go to 3.5 games back. The Reds 4.5 games back. The Cubbies 8 games back. The Dodgers, with that loss, dropped to 8.5 games back. The Pirates are 10.5 games back. And the poor Phillies are 22.5 games back on a 9-game losing streak, folks. Like I say, they cannot buy a win. Cannot buy a win. Take a look here at the leaders. George Altman with a .355 average. Willie Mays now with 25 home runs. Orlando Cepeda with 74 RBIs. And you got Warren Spahn now leading the league with a 2.5 ERA with 10 wins. And McMahon picked up his 17th save, folks. Warren Spahn takes over the Cy Young voting. His teammate Carl Wiley's right behind him. How about that? And you got Orlando Cepeda leading the league with most valuable player voting ahead of his teammate Maury Wills. I want to thank Bob for stopping by here today and taking in the game on this holiday, July 4th, 1961. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, folks. And on your way out of Milwaukee, hit that like button, hit that bell, and leave a comment. You have a great day. Until next time, y'all take care.